Hey y'all, thank y'all for checking in for the new episode of The Remedy. I'm your girl Alora.
Mr. Kid Love.
And on today's episode, we'll be discussing the transgender movement that seems to be sweeping the nation and the internet. In 2011, the Williams Institute found the number of people who identified as transgender in the United States at that time was 700,000. 700,000, which was roughly 0.3% of the adult population. The first transition surgeries practiced in the United States was at Johns Hopkins University, which opened in 1965 and performed the first reassignment surgery in 1966. The youngest person documented as a transgender was Kim Petras, a German singer and songwriter born as Tim, got reassignment surgery at the tender age of 16. Now, Lucky, hearing these few statistics, what are your opinions on this new awareness of the transgender community? Since it's been around since 1966, why is it that only in the recent years has it been on the forefront of the LGBT community?
Well, in those times when I guess they first started performing the procedures, you know, back then the whole idea of the being gay thing was more like taboo back in the day. You know, it's always been gay people around, but it was more hidden. Now I feel like they're trying to force it onto us in the media to make just more things acceptable. It's easier for them to manipulate things with people in confusion, you know what I mean?
Right.
And me personally, I don't agree with it at all. I mean, if you swing that way, you know, no judgment, but do what you do. I just feel like you shouldn't be forcing it on other people at all. Like, we don't want nothing to do with that. I mean, that's cool for y'all, but it's not cool for us, you know? And that just is what it is. And I'ma always stand on that. Like, no disrespect, but that's just how I see things.
Okay. So, I can agree with you in some points because I do feel like they are forcing this on us. It's in everything. We watch reality TV. It's on reality TV now. We watch TV shows like Empire, Power. It's everywhere, you know. So it's kind of like everywhere you look, we're being told something to basically tear down what we've been taught our entire lives, you know, and that's that the household is a man and a woman. And at the end of the day, I don't knock anybody for their lifestyle. If you're happy, be happy. I just feel as though it's nothing to try to force on anyone. If someone disagrees with you, then that's just their feelings. You know, if I don't agree with it, that's me. I'm not telling you not to live. It's not a discrimination. It's just that I don't prefer to have to explain to my child what you really are, you know, and then I don't understand how you can get upset about being called what you were born. Because a lot of people who go and change their gender, they now want you to act like that's their new identity. Right. So they want you to address them as a woman, and you're not a woman. They want you to address them as a man, and you're not a man. You can love yourself and be who you are without trying to force me to call you something that you're not.
Right.
So that's just how I feel on that. But now, do you agree?
Oh boy, thing.
Right. Do you agree that children as young as 16 are undergoing this type of drastic reconstructive surgery? Should that be considered like child abuse or anything like that? Even if the child asks for it?
Yeah, I definitely believe there should be some laws against it. I mean, you're going to sit here and tell my child they can't drink when they're 21, but they can go change their sex?
Right. At 16? Yeah, something wrong with it.
Yeah, like, that's not cool at all.
I mean, well, hey, this is a country where you can go and serve the country at 18, but you can't drink.
You feel me?
I feel like if I'm getting shot at every day, I deserve a beer.
But I can't go get sauce real quick. Like, that makes no sense. None at all.
Right. Yeah, I feel the same way. I do feel like when you're that young, you don't really know who you really are, you know. Okay. So I think that's too early to be making a lifelong decision as drastic as reconstructive surgery.
Definitely. Just look at sexual consent. if a boy that's 17 has sex with a 16-year-old or 18-year-old, you know, in that range is going to go to jail for statutory rape. So how are they able to judge what their sexuality wants to be at that age if they're not allowed to have sex? What's the point of you changing your organs?
That's one way to look at it. Okay, so do you feel that there should be certain laws in place to protect the other 99.97% of the U.S. Citizens who are adults, such as forcing transgenders to reveal their birth sex or utilizing like a separate bathroom or even laws on adoption?
Definitely, man. It has to be some statute to it. Like, you can't just let it roam free like that. Like, you can't just wake up in one day and decide, oh, I want to be a woman, and then just start going in the women's bathroom and everything. That's putting a lot of people in danger, because you never know what's on that person's mind is going into that bathroom. Because at some point in that man's life at the beginning, he was having sex with females, so who's to say he might not have that urge that day, and he got free range. He got 8 girls in the bathroom while he in there, just free to do what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's really insane. And vice versa, you know, you have look at the guys that in classes. I'm sorry, y'all. That's in classes or whatever. That's again having sex with these older teachers. They say, oh, I want to be a guy. You know, dressing like a dude. They can fuck with a little boy in the bathroom. You never know, man. It's just, they just got to put something in place. I don't have the answers, but it has to be some type of law. Because there's no way you're going to come just tell me you're a miss and I know you a whole nigga. I'm like, what's up, sir? Fuck out of here. I don't care if that wig and all that. I'm not hearing it.
Yeah, well, I feel like at the end of the day, it was never an issue for me as far as like if you're transgender, if you're gay, if you're lesbian or anything like that. I really don't care. I treat people like people. But I do feel like there are certain rules that should be in place just for the protection of our children, just for protection of our family. Like, I'm a woman, and I have been in a situation where 2 grown-ass niggas walked up in the bathroom dressed up like women. Now, they really were, you know, gay, and I guess they were going through their transition, or maybe they were just dragged. I guess that's what it's called, like they do drag. But they were dressed up like full women, but these were 2 niggas. And I felt very disrespected. I felt very unsafe. And I went and said something, because this was when I was in college. And I went and said something. Y'all not about to force me to be in the bathroom with men. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. You were born a man. You were born a boy. And so I do feel like, since they want, I feel bad saying they, but you guys made you guys a they. So since they want equal rights and they, you know, fight for equal rights, I do feel like just like a man has a men's bathroom, there should be a woman's bathroom, and then there should also be a transgender bathroom. Because at the end of the day, if you have to open the door for one thing, you have to be willing to open the door for everything. I can't tell you, oh, this is okay, but you can't do this. So that could even mean that there are laws in place, like right now, that your children have to be in separate rooms at a certain age if they're the opposite sex. So that means that if you have a son and a daughter, they can't be in the same bedroom once they reach a certain age. They have to, by law, be in separate bedrooms. Now, you have to think about this. If that's the law and we get rid of gender identification, then that now means that it's no longer okay for your daughters to share a room. You know, you cut back on calls, y'all, you know, chilling, got a 2-bedroom, you and your man, y'all got 2 daughters, everything out. Nah. Now you got to get two bedrooms outside of the one that you already in. So now it's not this thing that's being forced on you that you wasn't even worried about, because the shit has been around since fucking 1966.
Which I had no idea.
Which I had no idea either till I did the research. But
wow.
This shit has been around since 1966. It's 2016. So we're just now being pushed to the forefront of this. So like I said, you guys made this an issue. No one fucking cared. Like, when we were growing up, the only transgender we knew was Ru fucking Paul. And everybody knew that was a nigga, but nobody gave a fuck. Like, RuPaul did his thing, her thing, whatever. And nobody gave a fuck. You either watched the show or you fucking didn't. They wasn't forcing it on you. Like, it wasn't on every channel that you turned. No, you had a specific channel at a specific time. And that's when you would watch RuPaul ass. So I just feel like and then now they got her back out with that RuPaul Drag Race. So you know it's something going on out here. But anyway.
Like, it's just in the media real bad. And I feel like we spoke about it earlier. You said a lot of people in the LGBT community feel oppressed, but I don't agree with that at all. I can see in like certain senses where like, you know, it's hate crimes being done, but as far as y'all in like the work community, people in the LGBT community, but in the workforce, I see more of them that have jobs than heterosexual people, honestly. You know, so I don't see where the discrimination is at. And as far as on TV as well, Big Frida, come on, all these shows like that, yeah, like, come on,
yeah.
Y'all got a whole network, really, y'all took over E. I don't see discrimination, but you know, to each his own. No hate at all, do your thing, salute, but nah, I don't think that should be forced on anybody.
Okay, so with all that we've discussed so far, what do you think this means for our future? Like as far as the future of sports, film, television, schools, and so forth?
To be honest, man, it's scary, man. Like, to be a male in itself, we really, these doctors got so good, like we really have to go out here and like look. I ain't even gonna say look twice. We gotta look 3-4 times. I gotta be here with it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I gotta be. That shit is nuts, dog. That's why, to be honest, most of the females I've ever dealt with, they are related in some way. We probably done went to school. They a friend of a friend of a family. I gotta know you a female. Like, not fucking around. And Atlanta is really bad with it. So y'all really need to watch.
What do you think it means for like sports and?
That's definitely gonna be a different level there. You know what I mean? Because
I mean they're looking for equal rights.
Yeah, that's
so that would mean that if
you could just have a man in women's basketball, a man in UFC women's fighting because he decided to rock some pigtails, he gonna look like you remember Jim Carrey on The Living Color when he played?
Hell yeah. Even fucking Joanna Man, like, this is the fucking whole nigga out here, and you think I'm about to, like, I'm boycotting. Like, it ain't even about the fact that you fucking transgender. It has nothing to do with that, nigga. You 6'9". You fucking 345 pounds.
You know,
fuck bro.
By nature, men are stronger. So,
no,
like,
UFC, all that shit, I
quit.
Be
in here
I'm not fighting that nigga. It was like, but that's a trans woman. You can't call. No, that's a nigga.
Right.
What was he born? Can we see his birth certificate?
And then the vice versa, like female, because you know you're gonna have some females that's gonna be like, oh, I really want to play NFL.
Then they get their ass killed.
You're gonna get your ass field. Super smashed on the field.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna run into a nigga like Brian Dawkins that used to be on the field, and he's gonna flatline you. Like,
well, we already know what it's doing to TV, and I can only imagine what it's gonna do to schools. So it's just kind of like our future as far as this whole movement that they're forcing, as far as even giving Caitlyn Jenner Woman of the Year. I don't understand how more women.
The other one after that.
Yeah, I don't understand how he talking about the man from Orange Is the New Black, but I don't understand how more women weren't upset. You know, so they gave a man Woman of the Year. That should have been a smack in the face to every woman that was around this year.
Yeah, that shit is very.
I don't understand how it wasn't more outrage. Like, I I don't understand. I really don't understand. But anyway.
Y'all let nigga named Bruce beat y'all.
Them Kardashians, boy.
Wow.
Them Kardashians. Look at Kanye Kardashian.